Oftentimes, politicians are called friends to business. And that has this connotation of somehow there's something sinister going on. Gary Herbert understands business. And I just can't tell you the difference that makes when you're sitting down and talking about growth and education and opportunity. It's the understanding. And not very many people really understand what it takes. The people in this room do. Oftentimes, politicians do not. In this particular case, he understands business, and I think it makes it always so enjoyable to sit down and talk to him about opportunities, the challenges that we have. A couple more things, and Governor, again, thank you very much for all you do for this state. Do you know, another person that understands business is, of course, Spencer Eccles, and Spencer, we appreciate it, and you and I have had many long conversations about business in this state and things that we needed to do to compete and so on and so forth, and I want to thank you again for your service to this community. But we have another exciting announcement to make, and this really has to do with the Eccles family, who do so much, so quietly for this community. And that is the George S. and Dolores Dory Eccles Foundation supports junior achievement, and at a very strong level. In December, they presented a challenge grant, and in that particular situation, they requested that if JA would generate $100,000 in new revenue, that they would match it. Well, get your checkbook out, because here's the last $20,000 to hit that $100,000 from Merit Medical. So, here it is. Bill? Got it. And we're happy to be part of it. You know, whenever I drive downtown, I always reminisce. My first home in Salt Lake City was 2 blocks from here. It was at Pioneer Park. And it was in the back seat of an old car with a mom and a dad, and a brother and a sister, with no furniture, no clothes, and no money. And the people in this community, particularly Ted Spiros and Bill Papanicholas and others, provided us with a home. They provided us with a place to eat. And after a few weeks and a few months and a few years, I was the first person in my family of a mom and dad and a brother and sister to ever graduate from high school. The only one. I was the first one to go to college. And I worked all summer long to earn enough money to pay my first semester's tuition at Westminster College. Went to Westminster, scared to death, but a wonderful school. And there was this little conflict going on in Southeast Asia. I was not a member of the LDS Church at the time, and so mission and those sorts of things were certainly not on the table. But I ran out of money, so I transferred to the University of Utah. And I spent an exciting quarter out on the Commons looking at all the girls and enjoying and contemplating my future. And after 1 quarter, I decided I'd better join the United States Army before the United States Army joined me. So I went in as a private. As it all turned out, it was the smartest thing I ever did. I ended up as an officer, a Green Beret, a master parachutist, and all those skill sets that I learned in the military certainly helped me in business. And I'm also very excited that I have a young son, 17 years old, will soon be 18, who will be entering the U.S. Military Academy in just a few weeks. And that's exciting. And for a dad that started out as an old grunt, it's nice to see that, these kinds of opportunities are afforded. My faith is always renewed when I look at these wonderful children and young adults and listen to these kids and their vision and the words that they use and their grasp of business. But in the United States today, there's often a lot of confusion. We talk about American exceptionalism, and there's an argument. Are we different? Are we the same? Should we be the same? What is our role in the world? And I think to many of you, it's confusing. And certainly people that are trying to figure out what their future is. They try to understand, what is our place in the world? Well, I'm going to tell you what our place is in the world. Because despite what you see, what you hear, and what others would like you to believe, the fact of the matter is this: we are the world leaders in thought and innovation. We are the world leaders in forming this world, and we will be in the future. And the reason I say that is because I go to Beijing, I go to Shenzhen, I go to Bangalore, I go to Moscow, I go to Dubai, I go all over the place, and there still is not a better system that offers opportunity and does not have all of the barriers. Oftentimes with all the regulations, and we see tons of them, we think that maybe that time has passed, but it has not. We still have the opportunity for a kid that can live in a park, who can be fed by the community, who can go to school for the first time, who can graduate, who can go out and through hard work and education can be successful and can employ thousands of people and build goodwill around the world. One of the places today that we received some large orders, some cash transfer payments, was from Erbil and from the Baghdad central government today. And although things are ominous there, the one thing that trumps it all is American presence and American business. They need our products to save the lives of their people, and regardless of the conflict, whether it be in Pakistan or Syria, whether it be any place in the Middle East or Asia, the fact is they want our products and they want the things that we can do. So we cannot lose faith, we cannot lose the vision that we are still the leaders and always will be, as long as we have kids like this and business people like you who believe that. And if you do, and if we provide simple mechanisms, not overly complicated, but just give them a taste, a short 1-minute moment when they say, well, gee, I balanced the budget, I made that payroll, I know how to market, I know how to brand, I can speak the languages, I can go here and there and do the greatest of all things: create a job, create an opportunity, and create a future. And that's what this place does. And we need it more than ever. It's not a passing fancy. It's not something that we should ignore or that we should let somebody else do for us. The fact is, if we understand what's going on in these walls and how it affects these young people. I had a student recently. We invited the local high school to come over. This is Bingham High School. And they brought over 20 students. And we walked them through and showed them the business and showed them the automation and the products and how we're saving lives and creating jobs and doing wonderful things all over the earth. Not just in Utah, everywhere. The next day, the student was down in the lobby, was the advisor. And I said, gee, it's nice to see you again. What brings you back? This is a junior in high school. He said, I'm making a decision today what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. So how many of you had that figured out as a junior? I didn't. And I said, well, okay, so why here? He says, because I think I either want to be a medical doctor or I want to be an engineer, and I'm going to decide today. I just had to come back and just touch it one more time and see it one more time. And I took a few minutes and gave him another tour and showed him some things he didn't see the first time around. He said, I want to be an engineer. From that meeting, we sat down as a staff and we decided we need more kids in here. Aside from all the programs, we hired 20 interns this summer. We've never done that before. They could come to Merritt, and whether they stay at Merritt, they go on and get educations or go other places, we're going to stimulate the minds of those 20 kids who are going to go on and be engineers and have great careers. So it really is up to us. You know, I'm not here just trying to fundraise. I'm trying, like the governor is and all of you, to build a community and build a world. That's what I'm here for. That's why I'm spending my time here and why we're spending our money, because that's what we need to do. And if we want the world to be a better place, at least my belief that we can do it through commerce, because we can provide hope and opportunity. God bless you all for all of your good works, all the things that you do, your vision, your time, your money, your thoughts and ideas. And thank you for your wonderful, inspiring words. Governor, thank you for joining us. We're delighted to have you. This is a great institution. It will always have my support. And even though many of us have had to cut things, we didn't cut here, and we won't. So thank you again very much, Phil, for all you and your staff and everybody. Thank you very much. Enjoy the day. God bless you all, and thank you.